All right, good morning. All right, sorry about that. We'll go ahead and get going. Let's start on our back. So we're gonna kind of get right into it with some core. Okay, so start with those feet a little bit wider, knees touching, one hand on the stomach, one hand on the chest. Now closing down those eyes. We'll take that really big breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Again, continuing that just big breath in, noticing the rise of the belly, of the chest. Big expansion through that rib cage. And exhale it out. And nice and slow, feeling that belly fall. And one more big breath like that. And now on this one, we're going to take that big breath in. You'll feel that rib cage and the belly expand. And then on that exhale, think we're trying to press the low back into the mat. Scoop that tailbone up. Tighten up through the core. So feeling not just the top of the belly flex, but all along the sides too is engaged as well. Now keep that big breath in and exhale it out. So with that core nice and tight, it's a little bit more forceful. So we're pulling that breath in, we're pressing that breath out. And now let's hug those knees into the chest, round through that spine. We're going to extend those legs out, reach the arms up overhead. So we want the arms, head, shoulders lifted. The low back stays nice and flat, and those legs are hovering. So it can be all the way up here, or it can just be a few inches above the ground, kind of wherever you're at. And exhale, curl it in. Inhale, reach it out. Now, as we hold these here, I don't want you to hold your breath. I still want you to breathe. And then we'll time it so that exhale is when we hug the knees in. So we're pressing that air out as we crunch through that, the abdominals. Good. Then inhale, reach it out. Exhale, curl it in. Moving with that breath. Now inhale, reach. Exhale, curl. So 2 more. Reach and curl and reach and curl it in. Now rest that head down. Give a little rock from side to side. Now let's extend those legs up. Arms just come right down by the sides. Lock those shoulder blades together. Let's lower that left leg down. So same idea, that leg is just a few inches above the ground. That low back is nice and flat. Inhale it back up. Switching sides. Right leg lowers down. Inhale it back up. Left leg down. And up. Right leg down. And up. Let's go again. One more each side. Left leg. Pull it back up. Right leg. Pull it back up. Now, hands behind the head. You can interlace those fingers. Try not to yank that chin to your chest. I think just the hands are here, just on your head. Using the core to lift the shoulders up though. Okay, now from here, we're going to extend left leg down, twisting left elbow across to that right knee. Inhale, bring it back up. Keep the shoulders up, and we'll switch sides. So right leg lowers down. We're bringing that right elbow to that left knee. Back up again and switch. Twisting to the right. Back up. Twisting to the left. Back up. So let's go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, hug it and give it a little rock from side to side. And let's give it a little hip flexor stretch. So plant those feet down. Okay, gripping those toes. Let's roll those hips up. And roll it back down. Again, roll it up. Really squeezing those glutes, core tight. And down. Last one, adding to it, rolling it up. Then we'll extend that left leg straight out. Try and keep those hips nice and level. Lower that foot down, keep the hips up. Extend. Right leg lowers, or right leg extends out. And lower, lifting those hips up a little higher. So think scooping, rounding the hips up, not just lifting through that low back. And roll it back down. Hugging those knees into the chest. We're going to rock forward and back. Get a lot of momentum here. We're going to plant those feet and we're going to come into a forward fold. Okay. Flatten out that back right on that inhale. Exhale the hands down as we fold. Let that head hang for a breath. Maybe give it a little sway from side to side. And then we're going to bend into those knees. Flatten out that back. Rise up to standing. Reach it up nice and tall. Right hand slides down as we reach that left arm up and over. Inhale, bring it back up. And switch sides. Right arm reaches up and over. Inhale, bring it back up. Pulling those elbows down. Interlace those fingers behind the back. Open up through that chest. Slight bend in the knees as we press the hips back fold. So we'll keep those hands clasped. Think really pulling the knuckles back, shoulders away from those ears as we fold. Then we'll release those hands down to the mat. Step the feet back to our plank. Shift that weight forward. We're going to add in a push-up. Lower shoulders high to the elbows. Ooh, press it back up nice and strong. Again, lower all the way down onto the stomach. Point the toes. We're going to roll the shoulders down and back, lifting up into that baby cobra. So hands are pulling back, elbows pull back. And then soften the hands down as we lower. Now this time we'll press up a little bit higher into that upward facing dog. Maybe give it a little sway from side to side. Pulling those shoulders down away from the ears and back. And then exhale, sending those hips up and back. Down dog. One more breath. Then inhale on the toes. Bend those knees. Step those feet, top of the mat. Half lift on that inhale. Exhale, fold. Bend into those knees. Flat back, rise up nice and tall. But side bend to the right. Inhale, bring it up. To the left. Inhale, reach it up. Pull the elbows down. Interlace the fingers. Open through that chest. Slight bend of the knees as we fold. Press the hips back. So nice tall spine. And then exhale, fold a little bit more. Releasing those hands down to the mat. Step or hop those feet back to plank. Push up. And vinyasa. So this one, cobra, or right into that up dog. We're only doing that one. If you want to add both, that's fine too. And then exhale when you're ready. Up to our down dog. One more breath. Press the heels up. Press the heels down. Press the tailbone up. Flexing through those quads. Flattening out that back. And then inhale on the toes. Bend those knees. Step or hop those feet. Top of the mat. Last round. Half lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Inhale. Rise. Exhale. Side bend to the right. Back up. Side bend to the left. Bring it back up. Pull the elbows down. Interlace the fingers. Open through that chest. And exhale, fold. Really lengthen out. Pull the knuckles back. And exhale. Bring that lowest part of the belly to the highest part of the thighs as we fold. Then we'll release those hands down. Step or hop it back. Push up. And vinyasa. Exhale, down dog. Now we'll inhale on the toes. Bend those knees. Step or hop those feet. Top of the mat. Toes come together to touch. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we'll rise to standing. Sink those hips back to that chair. So sit nice and low. Relax through those shoulders. Knees come forward. Hips go back. So we'll stretch through those ankles and through those calves. Especially that ankle mobility is a little bit not as great. Now pull those elbows down, interlace those fingers behind the back and open that chest. Then we'll hover that chest right over the thighs. And then again, straighten the legs as we fold. Really pull those knuckles up towards the sky. Release the hands down as we fold. Hold it for a breath. And inhale. We'll rise back up. Sink those hips down as low as you can. We're going to go all the way down to the ground. So try and keep those heels on the ground as long as you can. You might have to lift those heels up a little bit, but try and keep the heels down as we come into the seat, lifting it up into that boat pose. So that core is tight. Relax those shoulders down and back, reaching through those fingertips. Let's hold here. We'll breathe for 10, 9, 8. Keep lifting through that chest. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax it down. Hug those knees in. Then we're going to rock forward and back. Plant those feet. Come into that forward fold. Half lift. Inhale. And exhale. Plant those hands. Step. Pop those feet back. Push up. And vinyasa. Exhale. Down dog. Feet together. Inhale. Right leg lifts. Exhale. Curl that knee to the nose. Inhale. Press it up. Exhale. Curl it in. Inhale. Reach it up. Exhale. Curl it in. Stepping that foot through. Twisting, right arm reaches up. And lower that hand down. Back heel grounds down. Inhale, reach the arms up, warrior one. And draw those arms down. Interlace the fingers, open through that chest. And fold, humble warrior. And we'll release those hands. Rise back up into that warrior one. Hands down, step it back to our three-legged plank. Again, adding in that push-up and then vinyasa. And feet together, inhaling that left leg up. Curl that knee to the nose. Step that foot through and twist. Right arm reaches up. And lower that hand down, spin that back heel down. Inhale, reach those arms up. Pull those arms down, interlace the fingers, big breath in, and exhale, humble warrior. And release those hands, rise back up. Hands plant down onto the mat, send that leg back, three-legged plank, push up, vinyasa. Exhale, down dog. And then inhale on the toes. Bend those knees, step those feet, top of the mat. Big toes come together to touch. Half lift on that inhale. Exhale, fold. Rise up. Exhale, sink those hips down to that chair. Sit nice and low. Interlace those fingers behind the back. Open up through that chest. Sit a little deeper. Hover that chest. And then straighten the legs. Release those hands down. Give it a breath or two here. Then inhale. We'll rise back up. Sink really low into that chair. We're going to drop the hips slow and controlled all the way down onto the mat, into that seat. Lifting those feet up. And then we'll twist. So we're going to go 10 on each side. Here we go. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, twisting those shoulders, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll it on back. Another breath. Let's go forward and back again, planting those feet as we come into that forward fold. Half lift on that inhale. And exhale, plant those feet, up those feet back, push up, and vinyasa. Exhale, down dog when you're ready. Feet together, inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, curl that knee in. Inhale, send it back up. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, curl that knee and step that foot through. Twist, right arm reaches up. Lower that hand down, back heel spins down. Inhale those arms up. Pulling the elbows down, open through that chest. Exhale, fold. Inhale, release those hands. Rise back up. Let's spin that back heel up, wiggle it on back a little bit more. Keep that core nice and tight. We'll bring the hands to heart center. Twist, hook that left elbow across that right thigh, looking over that right elbow. Inhale, rise back up. Core tight now. Still finding a twist, but in that upright position. So left arm reaches forward, right arm reaches back, reverse it. So left arm to the sky, right hand to the back hamstring, bend into that front knee a little more. Now we're gonna lower, left hand down, right arm keeps reaching up. So we're in that twist, and then we're gonna send that right leg back into a side plank. So if you wanna make it a little more challenging, keep that right leg lifted. Then we'll spin it back around to that front plank, push up, vinyasa, and exhale, down dog. Feet together, inhale, that left leg lifts. Exhale, curl that knee in. Inhale it back up. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, curl it in. Stepping that foot through. You can twist. Left arm reaches up. Lower that hand down. Back heel spins down. Inhale, reaching those arms up. Exhale the hands down. Interlace the fingers. Open that chest. And fold. Inhale, we'll rise back up. Warrior one. And then sliding it back into that crescent lunge. So just spin that back heel up. Slide that leg back a little bit more. Core is nice and tight. Hands come to heart center. Hover the chest and twist. Inhale, bring those arms back up. Still finding that twist. Right arm reaches forward. Left arm reaches back. And reverse it. So that left hand comes down. Right arm reaches up and back. And then hold that twist. Lower that right hand down. Left arm up. And then side plank. So send that left leg back. And you can keep that leg hovering. And let's come to our front plank. Push up. Vinyasa. Let's exhale those hips back into that child's pose. Just catching your breath here, letting that chest relax down, bringing those knees out a little wider. And then come back to those hands and knees. Gonna go ahead and step it back to our down dog. Let's do a quick little hip stretch here. So right knee, right wrist, foot across. Left leg slides back. Lower onto your forearms. And rest that head down just for a couple breaths. A little more active, right shin back, right knee forward. And then come back to those hands. Step it back to down dog. We'll go the other side. Left knee, left wrist. Foot comes across. And slide that right leg back. When you're ready, lower onto those forearms, resting that head down. So pulling right knee forward, left knee back. Let's come back to those hands. Step it back to that down dog. Take a couple breaths. Let's lower onto those knees or into a seat. Hands rest on the knees, closing down the eyes. Roll those shoulders down and back. Just finishing off with a few breaths. Big breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Couple more. And then blinking those eyes open. All right. Thank you all so much. Have a great day. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.